The Stono Rebellion, Gabriel's Rebellion, the German Coast Uprising, Denmark Vesey's Plot, Nat Turner, Stono Rebellion, aka Cato's Conspiracy or Cato's Rebellion, the only one to take place prior to American independence. Also, it's notable for being the deadliest slave insurrection to take place in the history of the American colonies, not the states, but the colonies. Now let's get into Gabriel's Rebellion, which took place, or more accurately, was meant to take place around Richmond, Virginia, August 30th, 1800. So who was Gabriel? He was born a slave in 1776 in the outskirts of Richmond. He's sometimes referred to as Gabriel Prosser. So despite the plot never actually coming to fruition, justice was swift and it was deadly. Gabriel and his two brothers and 20 more were hanged at Richmond the same year. The German Coast Uprising, though not nearly as well remembered as Nat Turner's Rebellion or Denmark Vesey's Plot, both of which will follow next, the German Coast Uprising actually involved arguably more people and more deaths than any other slave insurrection in American history. This bloody event happened over a couple of days in January of 1811 along the east coast of the Mississippi River, not far from New Orleans. The first lethal violence took place at the Andre plantation. All told, roughly 100 or so souls were decapitated and their rotting heads were displayed on posts in and around New Orleans as to get the word out about any further violence of the sort. And this grim scene has been recreated in sculpture, and it can be viewed today or any other day at the Whitney Plantation in southeastern Louisiana. It's quite moving. Now it's Denmark Vesey's Plot. This would have been the Danish West Indies, thus his given name Denmark. He was purchased as a slave by a ship captain named James Vesey. On July 2nd of 1822, Denmark Vesey and 5 other slaves were hanged in public in Charleston. And over the coming days and weeks, another 30 or so would die by the same method. Nat Turner. It's not an overstatement, I don't think, to say that Nat Turner is one of the most consequential figures in American history. Nat Turner was hanged to death on November 11th, 1831.
This concludes the latest episode of Well Hung History. Make sure to subscribe and leave us a killer review. New episodes drop regularly.